Yo, what is good, YouTubes? This is your boy in the NYC, it's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC, that is the Everyday City Carry. Today we are going to be reviewing the Kizer M Stealth. So of course, first of all, we gotta talk about the aesthetics of this knife. This thing is sleek, slim, light. It kind of looks tactical with the Stonewash on it, but I kind of dig this kind of Stonewash. It's got sort of like mixed in copper tones almost, giving it them steampunk vibes. You got a crowned spine on the blade too, which we'll get into later. The action is probably the highlight of this knife for me. The M Stealth, this has really good action. It is a front flipper. I know I've been reviewing front flippers a lot lately, but this one is just one of those where you could use your thumb, you can use your index finger, and it's just really easy to deploy this thing. Easy on the disengage as well. Not a drop shot action, but pretty good, I'd say, for a knife this small and this light. The action is so enjoyable. You're not gonna have a lot of hand fatigue flipping this one all day. The blade length is another good one for me. It is under 3 inches. It's 2.95 inches, S35 VN. Perfect size for NYC carry. Don't have to fear the Reaper or the Popo too much. With this one, I can just say I work in a retail shop. It is a small knife. It's a reverse Tanto blade. Good for cutting packages. I just really like the size of this thing. The cutting power of the S35 VN on this one is very good. I do a cut test later, which I will splice in. But yeah, very good experience on this one for me. Reverse Tanto blade. Crown spine is probably the most notable factor on the blade of this. You don't see crowned spines too often at a $169 price point. The handle scales, Stonewash titanium. Very nice. I talked about steampunk vibes before, and I'm gonna mention that again. That is the vibes that this knife gives me. It's just got this sort of, it is a Stonewash, but it's that dark one with a little bit of like bronze, copper, antiquing kind of vibe to it. I dig it, man. I really dig it on this knife. Ergonomics, perfect for the small fish paw hands, which is what I have. You've got a little bit of a choil or a sharpening choil here, which you can use if your fingers are small enough. But the ergos are quite good. I can get a 4-finger fish paw grip on this. And yeah, it's just a joy to have this in hand. Now the weight on this, what weight? It is 2.26 ounces. This barely registers in the pocket, whether you carry in pocket like me or you carry on the pocket. We'll talk about the crappy pocket clip in a second. There is a ton of internal milling, just deep pockets of milling on the inside, keeping this one super light. At the same time, despite it being super light, the M Stealth still feels really solid to me. I had a great time just carrying this. Now the pocket clip, I know Kelly always talks about me complaining about the pocket clip, but this one I have to. I kind of gotten over my deep carry phase, but this is just, it's too tight, Kizer. It's too tight, man. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit right now because I can on this camera view. I mean, just, it barely gets in there, and it's gonna fray your jeans up. It's gonna fuck your jeans up. It's definitely done it to, I think, a pair of mine. I was wondering which knife was the culprit, and I really think it's this one. The pocket clip is just too tight, man. Look at that. I can't even bend it over like that. But yeah, not great on the pocket clip. Very low marks for me. All right, so we have reached the cutting portion, the test cut footage for the Kizer M Stealth. This is probably gonna be the most I've ever used this knife, I'm gonna be honest, because you guys know action, looking at the knife, and holding it is pretty much the most use I get out of these things. I thought that was pretty good right there. The Kizer M Stealth went through that cardboard pretty well. surprisingly well, considering this is an under 3-inch blade. It was pretty easy for me to cut through all that, so props to Kizer and Vitesse Design on that. So this is the part where I do the size comparisons, and here you go. The Kizer M Stealth, boom. And I've got the prototype right here, which I just fucked up flipping right now. This prototype, when I got it along with this one, which is the production model, I was a little bit worried because it was a little tight on the action and it was like super off center. I was like, yikes. But it definitely came a long way. I'm not sure if it's lighter or not, but it definitely feels a lot better action wise, and the centering is, look at that, the centering is completely fixed, of course, in the production model, which is crazy, the amount of improvement. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty dope. I've got another kind of like cool one here, full tie. This is the Best Tech medium reticulin, designed by Elijah Isham. Kind of a cool knife, pricey though, dude. 221. I believe it's 221, but if you think about the materials and compare it with this, you get this for 169. This is also full tie S35VN. I don't know, you know what I mean? Do I think that this one is worth it? I'm not really too sure. I don't go above, that's above my pay grade, you know what I'm saying? That's your comparison right there with these guys. And of course, the snub nose Para 3, everyone's favorite Ray snub nose Para 3. There you go. Those are your size comparisons. Think about these. These are what you're up against, kinda, when it comes to the size of the M Stealth. Now the price of the M Stealth is $169. You are not gonna get features like this at that price point. You're gonna get a crown spine, lots of internal milling, titanium scales, S35VN, a cool look, a cool action. You just don't get that, really. You know, you've got a fidgetable front flipper. You can use your index or your thumb. And I just think that this knife hits a home run for me. The pocket clip thing is a real bummer if that is what's gonna make or break your decision to purchase this thing. I probably would stay away from this one because of the pocket clip. But if you're an action snob like me and you don't really care and you carry in pocket like I do, this is a really, really cool one to fidget with. A Kizer just coming out of nowhere and being a good knife is pretty crazy to me because Kizer hasn't been releasing stuff like that dope lately, in my opinion. But yeah, this is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and this is the EDCC saying peace.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.